Hi everyone. So I wanted to create a video about breathing. So this is how I feel when I breathe. I want to feel as though that the rib cage is completely expanded. Almost the ribs feel as though that they're going from one end of the room to the other end of the room. That's how much expansion that I really mean I feel. I want to feel as though that my this area here, my tush is kind of tucked underneath. And I also want to feel, you can see here, my legs, I'm just kind of giving a little bit of bend so I can have that feeling of, buoyancy. I can go somewhere if I need to. But even if you're sitting down, you still want to feel as though this feeling of like an athletic motion, okay? When I take my breath, I want to feel as though that the abdominal area here, this area here, your stomach, your abdomen, right? It drops. It literally just goes down. While you feel as though that goes down, rib cage stays expanded, this area here almost inflates, boom, like a balloon. So you almost want to feel as though that you have a feeling like a life preserver or a balloon around. Okay, that's the feeling when you want to take a breath. In, you can do with the nose or on an ooh, and out. Right? So we are not using our chest to breathe. Okay? And we also don't need to suck in air. Misconception. We have plenty of air here in our lungs, right? So we would just want to basically just use this drop as like a vacuum, right? It just kind of just sucks in the air on its own. Like that. Now we can take a longer breath but we're not sucking in or see, that's what happens. You start coughing, right? You just want to just take a nice expansion, okay? Breathing in, out. And when you feel as though out, you want to feel as though the stomach comes in, but you're not pressing it in or shoving it out. We just want to feel this feeling of expansion, inhalation. And then keeping this feeling of inhalation on our exhale. We also want to feel, this is the reason why I talk about tucking, you want to feel there is a connection to your lower abdominals. This is called your intercostal muscles. There should be a little bit of a, I don't want to use the term fight, but there is a dichotomy. There is a push-pull going in between your intercostal, your intercostal and extra intercostals, right? These muscles here, it feels like there's kind of a little bit of a tug, okay? This is a little bit advanced, but you want to feel as though that there is a connection. That's the most important. Take the breath in. Suspend for 1 second and out on a S. And in. Hold and out. Keeping that suspension of the life preserver. And then in for 5, hold for 1, out for 10. In, hold, out. In, hold, out. What I'm doing here, I'm feeling as though the suspension is like a balloon, and I'm feeling this connection, okay? We can go in, out for 15, 20, 45 seconds. When you're feeling as though that you want to have this connection down here. Second, I'm going to give you some breathing exercises to work on, okay? These are going to be on the F consonant. So I'll demonstrate. Okay, so what I did, you can be in an S vowel too, this. You do not want to feel as though that you're doing it here though, or you want to feel here. And each pant, you're not going all the way, you're not being so aggressive, but there's just a little bit of emotion. Sometimes you can feel as though this area underneath your ribs there is a muscle and it is moving the muscle. But primarily you want to feel as though that you're using this area for the breathing. So this type of exercise will really, really help strengthen and that little pant. You really start feeling this activity. So these breathing exercises, you should be trying to do these every day. And one other thing I wanted to mention is the buzzing. Tongue is relaxed. Back of the tongue is up. Front of the tongue is at the tip of the tip of the tongue is at the lower part of your teeth. You almost want to feel as though that there's a little bit of a separation between the molars. You also can relax your throat, neck area. Because what we don't want to be doing is we don't want to be going because then everything is here in the throat, and you hear a lot of people speaking here in the throat or here in the mask. But when you start relaxing this area here and you start feeling that there's a connection here, once you go up in pitch, you want to feel as though that you're connecting lower. Okay, that's a little advanced, but what I want you to feel is though that this area here, tall, column, feel like your throat, tall, column, chords, they're just coming together nice and naturally. You're not slamming them, and you're not using this area here. You're using it here. Keep suspension. Why is this going to help? This is going to help understanding this connection between the body, the breath, the chords, so that when you're speaking, you're speaking on the breath and allowing the chords just to come together naturally. But do you hear that? That gives a little bit more command over your voice. You're not going to always use this type of commanding voice, but there is possibilities, and there's possibilities because you're understanding how to connect your breath to your chords, to your body. So I hope this helps, and happy practicing.